Dreamscape presents The Gifted Child by Kline, narrated by Aldington. Chapter 1. He moved his head, and the trees whirled past, green and white, dappled, waving, drifting in and out of consciousness. He opened his mouth, not knowing if any sound came out. How far had he fallen? Landing so hard, hurting his shoulder, his cheek. An arm stretched out on the grass. Easing it slowly, carefully, his fingers reached his face, touching the pain, feeling the sticky dampness. Then a noise from a long way off, coming closer, rustling, scrabbling, warm breath on his skin. A smooth, dark shape. The smell of a dog. It was getting dark. A coldness touched his neck, his hair. Licking, moaning. A voice calling his name. The pain eased. He was falling, spinning. "I'm here," he murmured. "I'm here." Then his body floated, and he opened his eyes, saw the flickering lights and heard the wind. The dog jumped to the ground and stood still, sniffing the air. Perhaps it had picked up a different scent. Perhaps it was lost. When it started to howl, perhaps it had nothing to do with the man on his back on the grass, who could have been sleeping, but for his vacant, lifeless eyes. Chapter 2. Theo had his back turned, fiddling with the zip on his bag of games. Kristen tried to imagine the expression on his face. Anger, fear. Perhaps a part of him he could never show was relieved. Relieved that it was over, that the day had arrived, even glad that he was going back to where he belonged. "She might have changed her mind." His voice was thick with unshed tears. "When Dad died, she pretended she wanted me. Why didn't you tell her? Why didn't you say I had to stay with you?" "Oh, Theo, if there was anything I could do." Kristen balanced on the bed, trying to prise his football poster off the wall. The corner came away and it started to tear. "Leave it," he commanded. "I don't want it." "All right," she spoke softly, wanting to calm him. "When you're in London, you'll be able to support Chelsea. Their ground's not far from Putney." "I won't," he shouted. "If Dad was—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?